Good morning, everybody. I'm going to go through the band exercises with the dumbbell modifications. The dumbbell exercises are just as good. The band just provides a little different resistance, so use whichever one you have for now. The first exercise that we're going to do is a lateral lunge with a high row. So most of these exercises that we do, actually all the exercises that we do today, we've done with dumbbells before. The band just provides a little different resistance, which makes it a little different exercise. So with our band lateral lunge high row, you got kind of a couple options on how you hold it. So you always want to make sure that you're holding the handle with the arm that's going to be doing the high row. The other side, we're going to step on that band, and I'm going to go ahead and just let go of the other end. This is your choice. You don't have to let go of the other end. In fact, you may feel more comfortable holding it, which I'll show you in a second, but you don't have to. So we'll take the lateral lunge first with the side that's not standing on the band, down into a nice lateral lunge, pressing the hip backs just like we always do. And then from here, it's the same high row as we do with the dumbbell. So elbow comes back and away, and back together. So holding on to the other side of the band, it's the same movement, lateral lunge, up and away, step back together. So I'm going to turn sideways and make sure on that lateral lunge, you still get the hips pressed back. When you go to pull that arm, it comes back behind you, not just up in front. So squeeze through the shoulder blades and pull it back. So if you've got dumbbells, you only need one. Take that same lateral lunge, hips back, nice big high row, squeezing through the shoulder blades. All right, next exercise, tricep kick back. So on this one, you're gonna hold the band itself, not the handle. It's not the end of the world to hold the handle, but you'll feel a difference on your wrist. It's not as comfortable. So I'm gonna take one foot, step on the middle of the band, and then I'm gonna grab onto the band with my thumbs pointing down. Thumbs pointing down, and then make a nice fist around it. From here, in whatever leg position is comfortable, you're going to drop down to a nice straight back position as close to parallel that you can get. The higher you stand, the more it becomes a shoulder exercise. We want to make this a triceps exercise. We want to get nice and low. Abs in super tight. Squeeze the glutes to support the low back. The starting position is elbows by the side. Now the goal on this exercise is to never let the elbows drop. So shoulder blades are squeezed back, elbows are locked in, and then from here, it's a tricep kick back and return. Kick back and squeeze and return. When you return, don't make it a bicep curl. A lot of people, especially with dumbbells, turn this one into this swinging action. Not only have you taken the work out of the tricep, you're giving them a break every time you come forward. So like I said in the beginning, the goal is to always keep the elbow up. Squeeze back and return just so that hand comes in front of the elbow. Squeeze and return. Depending on the tension of your band, if you have a green, you're probably golden. In fact, if you have a green or a yellow, you may end up standing both feet on it to make it a little bit tighter. If you have a red and it's too hard, the only thing you're going to change is to put one foot on it. So instead of standing in the middle, where I have half the resistance, you stand a little closer to the other handle. So now the band's a little bit looser, you'll have a little less resistance. So you can alternate arms like that. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. If you've got dumbbells, it's the same exact position. Chest drops down, shoulder blades are back, elbows are up, squeeze back, return till they come right in front of the elbows, squeeze back, and return. All right. Next are going to be our band front squats. So on this one, both feet are going to be on. Try to get as even as you can. We're going to start it with a bicep curl so that the band is up in that front squat position just as if we're holding a pair of dumbbells. This position should feel a little challenging right from the start. I feel like you're having to really hold everything in tight to stay in this position. If you can pull them up and it's super loose and they're just kind of hanging there, then we want to mess with the feet in a little bit, which I'll show you. But from here, it's the same front squat as we do with dumbbells. So elbows are going to push forward as your hips push back, so that you're trying to get those elbows down in front of the knees. Glutes are back behind the heels, and then squeeze nice and strong. This position shouldn't feel too challenging. It's as you get back to the top when you notice you have to really squeeze the glutes to get you back all the way up. That's when the real challenge is added by the band. Now, with respect to how tight your band feels, you have options. So if you let your band hang in front of you, if you put your feet out wide, knocked myself over. If you put your feet out wide and kind of scoot the band so it's loose between your feet, the band that you're pulling is going to be tighter. So this position is going to be a lot harder than if I grab the band in the middle and kind of stretch it. Now I have a lot less resistance, I have more band length. So if you only have one band, you can definitely play with the resistance with the band to make it tougher or a little bit easier. You got those dumbbells, same front squat as always, hands up in front, glutes push back, elbows drive forward, squeeze and return. Last exercise, our band or dumbbell Russian twist. So we've all done our Russian twist with our dumbbell. It's one or two dumbbells with the lean back, rotate side to side. So the band is going to be the same motion. Only difference is how we're holding the band versus the dumbbell. So I don't like the slack of it hanging on the side, so I'm going to grab the handle just so it's not flinging around. But basically, you're going to grab on about shoulder width, lean it back, and the first thing you're going to do is press out on the band, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So immediately, you're going to feel tension through the back of the shoulders and between the shoulder blades. If you don't, press harder. So I'm leaned back, pressed against the band, abs are tight, and then it's the same side to side rotation. So with the band, basically all I've done is add some resistance through those upper back muscles, our postural muscles that we're really working on. Dumbbell, you can do the same thing by making sure that those shoulder blades are squeezed together and your chest is pressed forward versus that slump that we get into sometimes. So really squeeze back through the shoulder blades. Strong rotation side to side. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the new variations. Have fun.